Well, hey folks, Real Honesty with your Rental, my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Destruction and Kobe event, and oh my god, that main event. Ho ho ho, the main event, the fallout from that main event, my goodness. What the best Destruction show that they put on of the three. Better than the Road to Destruction shows, even though those are pretty fun. Easily, and this is no knock against anybody that performed on those previous Destruction shows. What they did, especially with the fallout of that main event, was absolutely wonderful. Remind me of the end of New Beginnings Sapporo Day 2. And the end of the G1 special at the Cow Palace. But anyway, I'm going to get to that in just a bit. Kevin Kelly, Mark Roseka, who was a lot better on commentary, seemed more sure of himself. Him and Kevin Kelly played off each other really, really well. That was really nice. So hopefully Mark gets more chances to be on commentary. They want to do a three-man commentary booth. Kevin Kelly, Mark Roseka, and Rocky Romero will be perfect on commentary. This was a really, really good show, and I'm going to get to it. I'm going to really, really get to the meat and potatoes of it really quickly, because the first couple matches were here and there. Great hype package, though, to really hype up, especially Tanahashi and Okada, and Kushida and Bushi in the in the first semifinal match to crown a new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion after Hiromu unfortunately suffered the neck injury in that match against Dragon Lee. Not Dragon Lee's fault. At the Cow Palace show. So you had Yota and Yuya in a rematch. They had a draw previously, and good grappling, good submissions, ended another draw. I think this could be a very, very good feud in a couple of years, especially once, as over time they are given more moves, and they are given more chances to, showcase what they can really do with their limited moves. They were able to do some good things, and yeah, ended a draw, good stuff. Ren Narita and Shota Umino versus Sho and Yo. And Rocky Romero there. It was it was good. It was good for what it was. Narita and Umino are really improving, and Sho and Yo got a good match out of them. This was a nice little tag match where Sho and Yo got the victory, and there we go. Then Tiger Mask and Jushin Thunder Liger versus the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions in a non-title match, Kanemaru and El Desperado. Yeah, I forgot those titles existed too, because they really haven't been used all that much, at least on a lot of shows that I've seen. I'm sure they've been defended on, non-televised or non-broadcasted events, which is great, but still, they probably should get the titles on somebody else, which might happen. You did have the champs attack Liger and Tiger Mask. Liger Mask, if you want to, mash up their names. Please don't do that. I love Tiger Mask and I love Jushin Thunder Liger. Keep them separate. Kanemaru and El Desperado with good heel work. Liger and Tiger Mask using their veteran, presence and moves. And Tiger Mask ended up pinning Kanemaru. And then Liger, according to translations, that I saw on Twitter, basically said, "Hey, it's like you want to challenge. It's like you want us to challenge you. I think we could take those titles from you. We just beat you, didn't we? So yeah, we might be getting that possibly on October 8th. Who knows when we're going to get it? That would be very interesting to see Liger at this stage of his career, and even Tiger Mask, he's no spring chicken. It's not that both guys don't move well, but I think Tiger Mask is in his late 40s by now, if I'm right. So it'd be interesting to see Tiger Mask and Jushin Thunder Liger win the titles, maybe even in October, and hold them till Wrestle Kingdom and then drop them to, Rapogni 3K or another junior heavyweight tag team. But it is maybe time to get the titles off of Kanemaru and El Desperado. It's not that they haven't tried to do great things with them, but they haven't been defended all that much. Maybe get them on a fresh team, even if that team is a couple veterans. Still, good enough match with a shocking victory. I did not expect Tiger Mask and Jushin Thunder Liger to win. I was like, okay, one of them's going to take the pin. Okay, this is going to be an interesting little feud, even if it doesn't last very long. And then an 8-man tag match, Ayato Yoshida, Taguchi, Makabe, and Hanma, apologies for my voice, by the way, versus Nagata, Nakanishi, Kojima, and Tenzan. And Kojima at one point just hitting massive chops on, Hanma, one for each piece of bread that he ate today. And I'm not knocking. Kojima's great and tweeting about bread a lot. This was a fun match. I don't think there was any doubt who was going to take the pin here. There's one guy that's in his 20s and everybody else. Taguchi, I think, is even near 40. I'm not exactly sure about his age, but it was decent. The crowd was alive. Hanma, I worry every time he hits Kokeshi, I believe. Kokeshi, I think that's a falling headbutt thing he does. I really worry every time he does that because I know he's had a lot of injuries and health issues, and it just looks like he's really hurting. Maybe he's just selling, but looks like he's really hurting. So I hope that he is okay. Because the guy, for all the issues that he had, and especially the fact that he nearly died, he has come back and he's in great shape. I just worry about him. But wrestling ain't ballet, so if he wants to get out there and do it, best of luck to him. I mean, Nagata ended up beating Yoshida. He pinned Yoshida after a good exchange. Yoshida actually got in some good offense, and that was really, really nice. Everybody got in some good moves. It was good stuff for what it was. And yeah, so Nagata's team gets the victory. Nagata doing that armbar and just having his eyes roll in the back of his head is just absolutely wonderful. It's just great stuff. And then for match number 5 on, Rocky Romero joins commentary, and we have the Best Friends versus the Killer Elite Squad. Chuck E.T. and Beretta versus Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer. And this is good. This is probably actually the best match that they've had. I know that it was better than their previous match, at least. I think they're 1-1 now. Because shockingly, the Best Friends got the victory. I thought Killer Elite Squad were going to get it because I thought they were putting them back on the ascent to challenge whoever would win between Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the Young Bucks at Fighting Spirit Unleashed next week. Which would be interesting. I would be interested to see Killer Elite Squad get that nod, but maybe we get a triple threat. Who knows? It was outside right away. I think it's a contractual obligation with every Suzuki-gun member that a match has to go outside within the first 30 seconds. I either that or Suzuki beats you or beats a young lion. He might do that anyway, honestly. Good tag work as you would expect, especially from the Killer Elite Squad, but Beretta and Chuck E.T. I'm not the biggest fan of Chuck E.T. I see why he has fans. Excuse me, apologies for my voice. I'm not saying that Chuck E.T. is bad. I don't get the appeal of him. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. But anyway, him and Beretta do work well together. And shockingly, Beretta was able to pin Archer just out of nowhere almost. After some good exchanges and everything, and some really, really good tag work. So yeah, the Best Friends and Killer Elite Squad are 1-1. So who knows what's going to happen? Maybe we have a rubber match at Fighting Spirit Unleashed. They've only announced 3 matches so far for that, because they wanted to save it after this. So I'm definitely interested to see what's going to happen on that show. So it's a good tag match for what it was. And then you have Hanare, Finlay, and Juice Robinson versus Will Ospreay, Yoshihashi, and Jay White. It would not be the last time you would see 2 of these guys in there. And I just want to say, by the way, for just again, Jen, thank you very much for sending this to me, because this gets so much usage on these reviews. Just once again, C-Block, baby. It's great stuff. So anyway, this 6-man tag, more chaos tension that you would see at the end. It's good double team moves as you would expect. And forgive me as I'm looking at my notes. Hanare and Yoshihashi got a chance to do some good moves. Hanare more so. Yoshihashi was still kind of used as the punching bag. Will Ospreay just doing this ridiculous dive off, springboarding off the ropes. I mean, that guy isn't human. I mean, he is, but it just doesn't seem like he's human, what he's able to do. There was a confusion where Yoshihashi was holding up Hanare. Hanare ducks. Jay White ends up clocking Hanare. Or not Hanare, ends up clocking Yoshihashi instead of Hanare, but ends up hitting Blade Runner on Hanare soon after. 1, 2, 3. And then you have Yoshihashi get in Jay White's face. And Jay White's there in the ring. Will Ospreay leaves. Yoshihashi leaves. And they're just done with the whole thing. They're done with it because of what Jay White's doing to Chaos. And then you really get to find out what happens with Chaos later. So it was a good match. It was good for what it was. And then we have Sonata, Evil, and Naito versus Minoru Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taka Michinoku. Zack Sabre time. Taka Michinoku. I need to get that shirt. Not necessarily the one he was wearing tonight, even though that would be kind of cool. But the one that was in English where it said, "Come on over here," and it was like almost a Funko Pop version of him. I really have to see if that shirt's still available. I have to check New Japan's shop site and see if that is. I'll pay for the shipping. I don't care. That's an awesome shirt. But anyway, it's outside immediately. Again, a Suzuki-gun match and an LIJ match suddenly going outside. Shocking, isn't it? Suzuki and Naito attacked each other a lot. I mean, Suzuki just on another level is the fact that at 50, he moves better than a lot of guys in their 30s moves. He moves better than some guys in their 20s move because the guy is just that good. Great hard hits and kicks. You would expect from a lot of these guys. Evil and Sabre Jr. hitting some really, really good moves. That was really good stuff. I really, really enjoyed. I really would enjoy seeing this feud. I think that we're going to see this feud happen for a bit. We're going to see Evil win for now. We're going to see Evil challenge Chris Jericho for the IWGP Intercontinental title. After he wins at, say, Wrestle Kingdom, say that happens. Then you're going to have Sabre Jr. take the title from Evil Sakura Genesis. Something like that. I mean, why not? I mean, Sabre Jr. deserves to have a title run. I'm not saying Evil doesn't. But anyway, that's just a little fancy booking. Everything is Evil on Taka. Good stuff. And, of course, Young Lions got beat up. Shocking that when Minoru Suzuki's involved. So then we get to, like, double main event, even though there's only one main event. It's a co-main event. You know, a semi-main event. Kushida versus Bushida. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight semi-final tournament match. And then we're going to see Ospreay versus Marty Scurll at Fighting Spirit Unleashed. So this was a good match. I was a little bit surprised that Bushi didn't go over. I was actually expecting Bushi to go over. And I know that he was probably the least likely to go over, like, of the four guys. But it was like, maybe you have him go in and maybe you have him have this kind of story where people have forgotten that he was such a great, or he was a good IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Because he was one of the last four to hold the title. And hence why they're doing this 4-man tournament. I think that's really, really nice. You honor people that won the title recently. So anyway, Kushida focuses on Bushi's left arm. Bushi, after a backcracker and an apron, focuses on Kushida's neck and back. It was a really, really nice focus. They took to the air also as well. Bushi was more taking to the air after a bit. They keep selling that arm. Kushida kept going after that arm. He was fucking relentless at one point. There was a tope by Bushi. And Kushida counters, gets him on the ground, and just gets his arm and just, locks an armbar on. Really, really good stuff. Does it again, I believe, out of the, I think of an MX attempt, which was really nice. There was just great counters by both guys. There was a missed spot after the ref had gotten through. Like, I think Kushida had Bushi in an armbar. But Bushi, to get to the ropes, throws the ref. Red Shoes, because Red Shoes always gets thrown. And then missed right in the face. Black mist. That was a cool spot. And it didn't end the match. He had a missed spot and it got to a 2 count. This is not the Great Kabuki and Great Muda doing the mist anymore. But that's going old school. Nothing against Muda, but it's like, boy, Great Kabuki, that's going even more old school. But anyway, two of the best. I mean, I would say Muda was better, but nothing against Great Kabuki, who really made a good mark here in the States and also in Japan. Anyway, after like that missed spot was for 2, you had 2 Back to the Futures, 1, 2, 3, and Kushida moves on. I'm thinking Kushida's gonna face Ospreay. Because here's my problem. If they have Scurll win, if they have Scurll beat Ospreay, which, Death Taxes and Scurll beats Ospreay, then it might almost be obvious that Kushida's getting the title back. Now, you could go with Scurll. There's no real wrong way to go here with either of the remaining 3. It'll just be interesting to see what they do. I mean, if they have Ospreay do it, then you could have a built-in story of, Ospreay got the title back that Hiromu had beaten him for before that. But anyway, so here we go with the main event. And one, Tanahashi versus Okada, they cannot have a bad match. It's physically impossible for them to have a bad match. The Cosmos will not allow them to have a bad match. It was for Tanahashi's, Tokyo Dome contract, for the main event at Wrestle Kingdom 13. Huge fight feel. The crowd they were almost in tears. I mean, it's like, I'm just going to break this trophy out right here. This right here is a match of the year, fucking match of the year candidate. This was a fan-fucking-tastic match. This might have been better than the match they had at the G1 just last month. because this got to go longer than 30 minutes. And that's not even knocking the 30-minute time limit. They did everything they could, but I actually think this might beat the match they did at Wrestling at Wrestling and Wrestling Dotaku. Dotaku Night 2, I believe. Because that took place on May 4th. That's where Okada broke Tanahashi's consecutive title defense streak. I believe 11, so he got to 12. There was just so much to unpack here with this. Again, the huge fight feel. Okada, much more vicious. Okada was embracing the boos. My God, he was embracing the boos. And since he didn't have Gato at ringside, there was a whole idea, because he hadn't had a Gato at ringside for a while, the idea was, okay, wait a second, all of a sudden, what's going to happen? He's lost every match he's had against Tanahashi, like the two of the previous matches when Gato hasn't been there. And Tanahashi hasn't beaten Okada in nearly 4 years. I think it was just 4 months shy. It was like 3.5 months shy of like 4 years, like 1,300 some odd days. So they really played up all this stuff. Kevin Kelly, Mark Warzeka, and Rocky Romero played this up perfectly. And Kevin Kelly gets some shit, and I don't quite understand it. One of the best, if not the best, wrestling commentator they currently have that's not named Mauro Ranallo. Like, I'm serious. That's how good Kevin Kelly is. And my personal opinion, of course, but that's why, and a little cheap plug here before I get on to the match, that's why I put him as my my number 1 10 underappreciated wrestling announcers. Because I don't feel he gets credit he deserves. But anyway, Tanahashi focused on Okada's knee at first. It seemed like things were going well and everything, and then he does a dive over the ropes, and he hit his knee, but he was also selling it. Now, I was worried because that was the same knee that Minoru Suzuki attacked at New Beginning in Sapporo, day 2, where the ref finally stopped it, just said, Tanahashi can't even get up. And that's when Tanahashi was off for like 5-6 weeks, so he could get some therapy on his knee and, heal a bit. And the fact that he has broken his fucking body for this company. I mean, I'm trying not to get too emotional about it, but like, he really has. You can see it in his face. You can see it now he wrestles. The guy looks great. The guy still wrestles great. He is a shell of what he used to be, and that is not knocking him. Nobody can keep up the pace that Tanahashi has, like, in this day and age. But anyway, so Tanahashi has a hurt knee. And oh fucking Christ, does Okada focus on that? He's like a friggin' shark. Just, focus on, smelling blood, just attacking, and embracing those boos. Great submissions, a great leg lock, a great figure 4. At one point, there was an outside spot where Tanahashi hit a tombstone, and instead of taking the count out, or instead getting Okada back in the ring, hits a high fly flow and hurts his knee again. They really were telling a great story of, like, both guys having hurt knees, because Tanahashi would not quit. He was hitting, an inverted dragon screw. He was hitting other dragon screws. He was hitting everything he could. Okada was throwing everything he could at Tanahashi, because he's like, okay, wait a second. This guy's not what he was when I first beat him. He's not what he was when he last beat me nearly 4 years ago. Why won't he go down? Why won't he stay down? Why won't he stay down? I deserve to be in the Wrestle Kingdom contract, or in the Wrestle Kingdom match. That's what Okada's saying. I'm not saying I deserve that. That'd be weird if I was ever a wrestler and got to main event the Tokyo Dome. That would never happen. Goofiness that happens when I've been on almost no sleep. But anyway, back to this match. Really good shit. I mean, really good shit. This is 35 plus minutes. This was damn good. Yes, there were some rest parts and everything. They had to do that because they were hitting some high-impact moves. And after so many counters and after just so many near falls, high fly flow. There were a ton of Rainmaker counters. Yes, Discus Rainmaker, but that was just 2. Okada selling his knee, Tanahashi selling his knee, but after one high fly flow, standing high fly flow, another high fly flow, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. And Tanahashi wins. Go A's. Okada has finally lost to the man he had always beaten. So again, breaking out the trophy. Thank you, Jen, breaking this out for that. That was an A plus match. That really was just damn good. And then, oh boy, do things get better. Because the aftermath is what really put the icing on the cake here. Jay White comes down, attacks Tanahashi, and then starts attacking Okada. So chaos is exploding. Because we knew that was going to happen. With the way things were going, especially in the G1, that was like just the last little bit. Jay White was not going to last in chaos very long. He attacks Okada, or he attacks Tanahashi, attacks Okada, goes and gets in Rocky Romero's face, wants his chair, throws him into the guardrail, no disregard or no regard for the fans having working knees, takes Romero's chair, gets in the ring. Excuse me. Yoshihashi is supposed to do a run-in. Now Yoshihashi, this is it was funny until I saw what happened. Now Yoshihashi tripped trying to get in the ring and hits those steps. The step ramp thing that they have, getting to the very beginning of the ring, getting up to the ring. And I laughed when I saw him trip. And then I saw he was gushing blood. It looked like this shirt. I mean, not that red. That's more of an Italian film. But anyway, it looked that red. It was bad. I mean, Jay White, I'm assuming that Jay White and Yoshihashi were supposed to have a little bit of a spat. And Jay White did a chair shot to him, but Jay White saw him and it's like, oh, you're really hurt. Because Yoshi, it's like he was there. You could barely see in his eyes. He was there, but he wasn't there. He was out. A concussion, something. I hope that he gets whatever medical attention he needs. Honestly, I was laughing at the spot first, but I was like, ooh, that looks bad. That looks really, really bad. It went from laughter at the tripping to, okay, fuck that tripping. I hope that he's okay. He looked really bad. So unless he bladed for some reason there, that looked legit. Hardway, he looked hurt. So Jay White did do a chair shot, but he did it safely. Because Yoshi looked hurt, and they did not show Yoshihashi at all, except to show one brief shot where the blood was gushing down his face. It looked like the girls from The Descent. And the creatures from The Descent. It looked like the movie The Descent. Remember how much blood was in that? That much. But anyway, Gato runs down because Jay White's got a chair, and he's trying to stop him, and he grabs a chair, and he's like, no, you're talking to Okada. You know what's coming. Smashes Okada in the back with a chair, because Gato's in all black, and Jay White's in all black. They couldn't telegraph him more, but still, it was great stuff. Gato gets on the mic. I don't know exactly what the fuck he says, but it's like, who's gonna, there's a new leader in Chaos, because Gato's been mind behind Chaos, but Jay White, Jay White's the new guy. So we're getting Jay White versus Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 13, because if they have Jay White beat Tanahashi, if they have Jay White beat Tanahashi for the briefcase, and that seems to be where they're going with it, Jay White versus Omega would not draw enough. You need Tanahashi there for the one final thing. Jay White is so young, he's going to have his opportunities to have the Wrestle Kingdom main event. He may even have it next year. But I will say this, Gato will line in with Jay White, and the idea that Okada has now lost everything. He lost Tanahashi, he's lost G1, he lost all the stuff. It's going to be a big redemption story when maybe Okada beats Jay White at Wrestle Kingdom. But Jay White beating Okada might actually be better. But we'll see what happens. I am going to give this an A-. A- at least. Because it was a really good show, and just the end of that main event. That main event was such a great wrestling match and a fever dream of an aftermath. A- is the way I have to go. So yeah, I tend to hand out high grades to New Japan, but you know why? Because the shows fly by faster and they actually are a damn lot of fun. So anyway, that is what I have to say. What do you guys have to say? Did you guys watch this? Did you guys enjoy the event? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and my Twitter handle's in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Mitlin, and I will be back, for Fighting Spirit Unleashed next Sunday. See you soon.